Okay, so good afternoon. This is the continuation of what we have discussed last week, and this topic is still on our module 1. So ang continuation ani nga kuan, cheka is nasa module 1 gihapon. But gilahi lang siya nako siya i-discuss lang siya nako karon nga week para ang information is dili mag-overload sa inyo ang mga brain cells. So let me share my screen. It's already sharing na pala, but let me play the PowerPoint presentation or the slideshow. So our topic for this afternoon is all about the teacher as a knower of the curriculum. So last time we have discussed about the teacher as a curricularist and the characteristics of a teacher. And one of the characteristics of a teacher is the teacher as a knower of the curriculum. So meaning knower. So basically, we have this acronym, which is also called as B.A.S.I or B.A.S.I.C, which is proposed by Palma last 1952. And this B.A.S.I or B.A.S.I.C will serve as our connection or our guide in addressing content in curriculum. So what does B mean? So first is, of course, we have to define the acronym given. So B, we have the balance. Content should be fairly distributed in depth and breadth. Okay, we're talking about curriculum since EDUC 91 is talking about the curriculum. Before we proceed to the session plan and the CBLM. So, pag muingon tag curriculum gani as to what we have discussed in our EDUC 50, it is the whole way or process of educating the students. For example is, if na curriculum atong BTL and IA, ICT, and HE, those are the guides para sa ato ang pag-teach o pa-implement sulod sa classroom. So the curriculum has its content, no? And this is what we should remember kung magamat ang curriculum or keep in mind na kung may curriculum. First, we have the B and the basic, which is called as the balance. Ang content dapat sa atong curriculum fairly distributed in depth and breadth. For example, in our syllabus, if ever imong syllabus is not fairly distributed, for example, so midterm pa lang dan is overpower na imo ang mga topics or daghan na kay kag topics nga lisod na kayo sa para sa part sa mga students, so it would be difficult for them to absorb all the information you are throwing to them. Okay, so unless if imo siyang i-balance, like for example, ingani kalisod ang topic sa midterm period, sa final period, ingani sa kalisod ang topic. So that means if the content or the topics are fairly distributed to all or sa whole curriculum, sa whole way sa process before administration, the students grasp or ang way sa pag-grasp of students sa information is okay. So nga na ang balance. So there should be a balance in everything, di ba? Kung kaandag fruits, dili maayo nga palabyan na to kaon ng orange because na siya negative effect. Or dili maayo nga go round tong kanon walay grow and glow. So there should be balance in everything because being balanced in everything, being equal has a or will provide us a positive result. Next is articulation, from the word articulate. Okay, what does articulation mean? This will assure that there will be no gaps or overlaps in the content. For example, if in your syllabus or syllabus, since we will be integrating a lot of topics there, articulation, kung may articulate, we are making sure that the topics are connected with each other. So dili ka pwede nga imong topic karon parts of the butterfly, pagkasunod is gatok na ka sa mammals, because your students will most likely not understand what you are going to give them or what information you are trying to let them understand, because ang imong topic ani nga week Dili siya connected sa sunod nga topic. And that is not a good example. Kaya kinahanglan, i-assure nato nga walay gaps ang atong topics ug walay nang lapas nga topic. Muna gitawag articulation. Or seamlessness in the content is desired and can be assured if there is articulation in the curriculum. So we should make sure that everything is going well, or goes smoothly. Dapat, di ba, Mr. Yata, it's not nice to if dead air. Like, mahunong siya istorya for 10 seconds. Wala na dayon kakaget sa sunod niya, chika. Di ba? So, wala siya ang articulation. Okay, same sa akong gibuhat karon. Okay, nabantayan ninyo. It is inyo ang brain, dili kayo ma-activate ang brain cells if ang speaker muhunong og istorya. The same ra na sa curriculum kung laktaw or dili siya gapadayon, so dili siya nice, no? Nga paminawon, lantawon, or sabton, kay dili jud ka makasabot. And your brain cells will not be active. So let's move to the S. What does S mean? It means sequence. Unsay pasabot og sequence? The logical arrangement of the content refers to the sequence or order. From the word sequence, gasunod-sunod, wastong pagkakasunod-sunod, diba? So if your topics or if your curriculum guides or topics there are in sequence and in logical arrangement, so it would be easier for you to handle, it would be easier for you to administer or implement it, right? So muna siya ang pasabot sa sequence. Next is integration, letter I. When you talk integration, we are integrating something, or we are infusing the contents into another discipline. For example, English, gi-infuse siya sa science, so dili taga-Tagalog sa science, ga English ta, kalisod ka siya Tagalogon. Kung mathematics, nasa yung mga calculations sa science, diba? Kung mayon tawag values education is applicable to all subjects. That is what we call integration. It is necessary that all disciplines are connected with each other para ang mga students, kung magkuhan siya, proceed siya, year, mayon siya, wow, nangyaan man ako sa una ba, pero sa lahi man itong subject. Nga na. So, muna yung integration. Next is letter C, continuity. Continuity is somewhat connected with the A, articulation. Content be the curriculum should continuously flow as it was before to where it is now and where it will be in the future. So content, when viewed as curriculum, dapat continuous ang flow ana niya. So asa to siya before, ongoing a topic, asa siya human, and asa siya in the future. So dapat ingana na ay continuity. So this is the acronym for to how the curriculum as a content. So basic, letter B, balance, A, articulation, S, sequence, I, integration, and C for continuity. Okay, so muna siya. No, timan-an na to. Nanong curriculum, a teacher is a knower of the curriculum na itong topic because it is necessary for you nga kabalo ka unsay pamaagi, unsaon pagama ang curriculum, unsaon ni siya ang content, process, and product. So curriculum, we have the 3 different ways on how the curriculum is viewed. So first is curriculum as a content, Second is curriculum as a process. And third is curriculum as a product. If the curriculum as a content, we have to equate a curriculum as a topic outline, subject matter, or concepts. So, muna siya, equate a curriculum as a topic outline, subject matter, or concepts. So, kinanglan na to i-equate itong curriculum as a topic outline. So, we can say that that topic outline is considered as a curriculum. Or a curriculum can be a subject matter because kung may curriculum mo man niya to ihatag sa ato ang mga students. Okay, second one is curriculum as a process. It is the interaction among teachers, students, and content. So kung may process during panisya sa klase. Product, what the student desires to achieve as a learning outcome. So dito na taga-focus sa OBE. Okay, let's proceed. Review sa when we say curriculum as a content, it's not a review, rather, since it's our first time to talk about it. So curriculum as a content, it is quite common for traditionalists to equate a curriculum as a topic outline, subject matter, or concepts to be included in the syllabus or book. Kaya ang example, Ana, primary school mathematics curriculum consists of topics on addition, multiplication. So, makaingon ta nga ang curriculum is really included in our syllabus or a book. It is merely all the topics to be discussed in that certain grade, in that certain section, in that certain year level. So that is a curriculum. Pero ang curriculum as a whole na ni siya. Pero kung mayan kag lesson plan, pwede nagyapon nato na siya ma-considered as a curriculum since it is a part of curriculum. So there are 4 ways of representing the content in the curriculum. So what are these 4 ways? First is we have the criteria in the selection content. So class, you should always remember that there is a criteria in selection content. So what is the criteria in the selection content, or what are the criteria? It is written on your module. I just summarized it here because it would be long. It would be a long discussion lang. So if I will be telling you to study about the criteria and the selection content, you can just browse your module. So in order for us to represent the content in the curriculum, we have 4 ways. First is criteria in the selection content. If our performance has a criteria, nasa criteria and curriculum in the selection content. Pasabot sa selection content, nakay basihan para mamili sa imong topics nga i-discuss. Second one is the guides in the selection of the content in the curriculum. So of course, very important nga kabalota sa guides in the selection of the content in the curriculum. Third, basic principle of curriculum content. So, maning B.A.S.I.C nga itong i-discuss. And, okay, I think it's only 3. It's not 4, it's 3 pala. My apologies. First is criteria, second guides, and third is the basic, B.A.S.I.C. Second is the curriculum, sorry about that, curriculum as a process. So it is the interaction among students, teachers, and content. So as to what I have said kanina, it is the process, like unsa yung ginabuhat during the ingana. So the content is the substance of the curriculum. Makaingon ta ang substance ang content because it is our ginachika sulod sa klase, and muna itong gibasihan if ang mga students successful ba at the end of your class. How the contents will be communicated, learned, will be addressed by the process. So how you implement the topic on your lesson plan, how you discuss the topics to your students, mo na gitawag og process. Diba? Yung unsa nimo siya pag-teach mo students, unsa yung mga ginagamit ng materials. So again, when you process, it is the interaction among teachers, students, and the contents. So, klase pataani. Ang process, according to the teachers, is very critical. Why is that? Because it depends on how you instruct your students, on how you implement the lessons, the instructions you have written there. It depends on how you teach. So, if your students are not or don't have that positive result or didn't get the expected desired outcome, so there is a problem within the process and you have to reteach the subject or the topic. Munang gitawag nga ang process is very critical. And it connotes, or the three words connote the process in the curriculum. Okay, so when educators ask teachers, what curriculum are you using? So of course, there are lots of types of curriculum, like we have the problem solving, natay hands-on, natay cooperative learning, blended curriculum, the online, case-based, and many more. So kani sila pwede na to ni sila ma-include or categorized as a process. Kaya these are the ways man nga ginagamit na to sa tuang curriculum. And right now, we are employing or implementing the flexible learning. So that can be considered as curriculum as a process. Next is, when curriculum is approached as process, guiding principles are presented. So katong gingon ganiha, unsa nga mga guiding principles ang kinahanglan kung moingon tang curriculum is approached as process. First, we have the curriculum process is form of teaching methods or strategies are means to achieve the end. So ang atuang curriculum process, it is considered as form of teaching methods or strategies. And these methods or strategies should help everyone, especially the teacher and the students, to achieve the desired outcomes. And mahimo na dayon siya achieved outcomes. Okay? Second, we have, there is no single best process or method. And it is the same with there is no single best teaching method or teaching procedure nga mo ang pwede ma-employ sa mga students because your students have different interests and needs. So yes, of course, as teachers, it is our responsibility to employ or administer varied learning experiences since there is no single best process or method. Okay, I hope nasabtan. Okay, kindly read number 1 on your seats. Second, kindly read. Very good. How about the third one? Okay, curriculum process should stimulate the learner's desire to develop the cognitive, affective, and psychomotor domains in each individual. So very simple. Curriculum process should activate you as the learner's desire or interest para ma-develop ninyo ang inyong ways of thinking, ways of critical thinking, and ma-activate ang inyong affective and psychomotor domains. So dapat palang daan sa atong lesson plan, kabalo na ta, muna-huna, nga dapat atong objectives kay measurable, smart, Na-apply na dito sa SMART. Specific, measurable, attainable, result-oriented, and time-bounded. So dapat ingana ang atong paggamiton ng cognitive, affective, and psychomotor objectives. Make sure that these will trigger or activate the students' interests and HOTS, the higher order thinking skills. So dapat makita na nadaan sa process. And that is called curriculum process. Fourth, in the choice of methods, learning and teaching styles should be considered. So remember, in the choice of methods, especially the methods inside the classroom, the methods that you are going to use inside the classroom, you should consider choosing them correctly or yes, correctly. It should cater the needs of the students. It should cater the differences of the students. Fifth, every method or process should result to learning outcomes which can be described na siya guys, as cognitive, affective, and psychomotor. So dapat ang atuang methods and processes dapat gasubay daw siya sa learning outcomes or sa objectives nga ga-base po siya sa atuang CAP format, cognitive, affective, and psychomotor. 6, flexibility in the use of process or methods should be considered. So as teachers, we are accountable with our actions. We should be flexible. Then sa atua pong curriculum, it should be flexible in the use of process or method. Dapat mo na ito yung una i-consider. 7th, both teaching and learning are both important processes in the implementations of curriculum. Teaching and learning, mag-uban gina sila, and these are important processes in the implementation of curriculum. Kung wala din silang duha, walay implementation nga mahitabo sa curriculum. No learning ang imoang mga students. Okay, so I hope nasabta na to ang curriculum as a process. Now let's move on to curriculum as a product. Okay, curriculum as a product. Curriculum product is expressed in form of outcomes which are referred to as the achieved learning outcomes. So ang curriculum product is expressed in form of outcomes. So kanang mo yung tag-product, aftermath na siya, after na sa process, after na sa content. So we are talking about the achieved. Dili na desired, achieved learning outcomes. Diba? So, kani sila nga mga achieved learning outcomes, these are demonstrated by the person who has meaningful experiences in curriculum. So, dili pwede na kuan na nimo or maka-demonstrate ka sa kinalasan niya wala kay na-learn. So these people are you and your teacher. Mainly, kung may sa teaching and learning process, these are you. So meaning you have the meaningful experiences in the curriculum. So therefore, you are the learned or you have learned and achieved the learning outcomes demonstrated by the teacher. And you can be considered already as the person with the meaningful learning experiences kung inyo siyang i-teach sa uban pohon. So muna siya ang curriculum product. So for this activity, I will just follow it and let's just continue discussing this curriculum development processes and model as it is connected with our topic. So again, we have 3 views of curriculum. We have the curriculum content as a content, curriculum as a process, and curriculum as a product. Okay, first is we have the curriculum planning. So this curriculum planning is included in curriculum development, CurDev, as to what our subject says. So curriculum planning, from the word plan, we're still planning, diba? Included here are the school vision, mission, and goals. So unsay na sa curriculum planning, considers the school vision, mission, and goals. And also, it includes the philosophy or strong belief of school. So if kani sila nyo makita, appeal na siya sa curriculum planning. Okay, so if you have understood what I have told you, or what am I talking right now, so inom mo isa kasip sa inyong water. Next, we have the curriculum designing. So what is curriculum design? From the word design, to design your curriculum. The way curriculum is conceptualized. Things need to be conceptualized before we administer or implement it. Kinahanglan, very well designed. Like nakahunahon na natin siya, nga niya mahitabo sa future, so nga na to pag-design. For example, sa itong balay, kabalot ka nga natin, anak, gaplano ka nga magkaanak kag daghan. So ako na siya i-conceptualize nga ingani ang kwarto tanan. So nga na ay curriculum designing sulod sa classroom, then the heads katong gaplano sa curriculum designing, dapat ila naging gi-conceptualize. Nakita na nila ang future sa curriculum. So it is a way curriculum is conceptualized. Unsay i-conceptualize, including the selection and organization of content, the selection and organization of learning experiences or activities, or selection and organization of the assessment procedures and tools to measure achieved learning outcomes. That is curriculum designing. Next is curriculum implementing. So what is in curriculum implementing? Curriculum implementing is putting the plan into action. So we have to walk the talk. Dili lang kay checker at per me. Since na natay plan, since na natay design, so we have to implement. We have to put everything into action. So that is curriculum implementing. It is based on the curriculum design in the classroom setting or in the learning environment. Okay? Mo nang ako ang pagklase sa inyo ha karon, gi-implement na ako kung sa'y nakasulat sa ako ang syllabus. Next is curriculum evaluation. Kung sa'y nasa curriculum evaluation, we are evaluating the things that we have done or the outcomes already have been achieved. For further details, curriculum evaluating or evaluation determines the extent to which the desired outcomes have been achieved. And this procedure is ongoing, as in finding out the progress of learning, so natay formative, mastery of learning, summative. So this applies to the students, like if nakita na nato ang atong curriculum effective kay daghang nakapasar. So if dili siya effective, mag-change ka or naka-change sa imuhang curriculum. That's it. The result of evaluation is very important for decision-making of curriculum planners and implementers. Okay. Next, curriculum development process models. Curriculum development process models, the CORDEV, these are the people nga under ani nila or niya. But we'll just stay here since we will be discussing this on our next meeting. Okay. I will just continue this part. Okay, these people are the people behind CURDEV process models. So who are they? We have first Ralph Tyler. Balik-balik ng Ralph Tyler ba? Ang yang gina-propose before was the 4 basic principles. It is also known as Tyler's rationale. So, sa Tyler's rationale, the CORDEV model emphasizes the planning phase. Okay, planning pa ni siya, but daghan siya o ginahatag ng questions. Like, what education purpose should schools seek to attain? Or what educational experiences can be provided that are likely to attain this purpose? How can these educational experiences be effectively organized? Or how can we determine whether these purposes are being attained or not? So these are the questions that he have implemented or presented before in his basic principles of curriculum and instruction nga book. And it emphasizes on the planning phase of the curriculum. So these are the 4 fundamental principles pala nga yang gipamaagi sa question. So please take note of this. So another, Tyler's model shows that in curriculum development, the following considerations should be made. So in curriculum development, kinahanglan na to i-consider ang purposes of the school. What's the purpose ng school? What's the purpose ng subject? What's the purpose ng curriculum or program? Educational experiences, appeal na siya. Organization of the experiences and evaluation of the experience. So that is from Ralph Tyler. Pangalawa, we have the Hilda Taba model, si Hilda Taba, and grassroots approach. So si Hilda Taba, gi-improve niya ang Ralph Tyler's model. So mo ang gitawag siya grassroots approach, kaya gasugod siya sa katapusan. Because she believed that teachers should participate in developing the curriculum. So dapat kita tanan as teachers mo participate in developing the curriculum. A grassroots approach, Taba begins from the bottom rather than the top as gisagi propose ni Tyler. So kung sa itong last question dito sa kang Ralph Tyler, dito gasugod si Hilda Taba. Okay, there are 7 major steps to her linear model. So, gasugod siya sa pinaka-bottom, pero wala ipa-question niya og format. First, diagnosis of learners' needs and expectations of larger society. Second, formulation of LOs. Third, selection of learning contents. Fourth, organization of LCs. Fifth, selection of learning experiences and determination of what to evaluate and the means of doing it. So these are very helpful, and we have seen that mas nice ang iyaang na-propose kaysa kang Ralph Tyler. I-improve naman niya, diba? Okay, so kani sila nga mga tao, si Galen Saylor and William Alexander. We'll just continue it next time, as it will be over information na sa inyo. Basta kay we have discussed today or this week about how the teacher became or becomes a knower of the curriculum. So the importance of knowing the curriculum or subject matter is to show that you are a master of it and you have the capability of teaching it to your students. That is why kung mag-demo, kinahanglan nga ma-master ni mo yung topic para you are one of the credible sources ng mga students. So we have studied about the basic. We have studied about the views of the curriculum as a content, process, and a product. So thank you so much, everyone. Congratulations for watching. And for the activities, I will just follow it. Goodbye.